In this video, I want to quickly cover two other types of safe harbours in Australian law. The first is Clause 91 of Schedule 5 of the Broadcasting Services Act. This provision reads a little bit like Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act in the US. It seems, on its face, to provide strong protection from potential liability for content that is posted by third parties. This might, for example, provide an intermediary with strong protection for a defamation claim, where as long as they don't know that content that they host is defamatory, they won't be liable for it. In practice though, Clause 91 has rarely been used in Australia. It doesn't seem to provide the same strong protection as the US Section 230. Because Clause 91 evaporates when the intermediary has knowledge of the content, it is relatively easy for a plaintiff to remove the protection of Clause 91 just by sending a letter that puts the intermediary on notice. This means, in effect, that Clause 91 provides fairly limited protection, and we haven't seen it widely used. Another set of provisions that we haven't seen widely used are Sections 39B and 112E of the Copyright Act. These are known as the mere conduit provisions, and they provide that someone who merely provides the facilities for communications is not liable for copyright infringements that occur over those facilities. Now, this is something that we would have expected would have been quite useful, for example, to IINet in defending a claim of infringement brought by Roadshow for when its users used the IINet services in order to download copyright infringing content. The way that the Australian courts have interpreted this defence, though, really renders it basically useless. The word merely is interpreted in a way here that essentially means that anyone who would be liable for copyright authorization is unlikely to be able to rely on the mere conduit defence because they have done more than merely provide the facilities. Authorization, by definition, is more than merely providing facilities. The result after IINet seems to be that 112E and 36E are essentially a dead letter, that they provide protection only in cases where protection is not required.